Hi, I'm Terry Brock. You know, when you really want to get something done in life, it takes a lot of action and the right principles. It takes not only, for instance, losing weight, to have the diet and exercise, but there's another component that's involved. It's very important, and you're in for a treat. In the interview that I just had, got a chance to talk with a wonderful man, Dr. Brian Alman. He's a psychologist based out in California, and he talks about helping people, and he does it in a real way, combining the beauty of time-honored psychological principles with technology, the technology being phones. And well, I'm going to let you listen to him as he tells you about that, and you'll find out about it from Dr. Brian Alman in this interview. You want to watch this carefully, not only for weight loss, but for many other things that can apply to your life. When I asked him about the way that we put this together in what he calls the three-legged stool for making this happen.
Okay, well, there's three legs to the stool if you want to lose weight and keep it off. Mm-hmm. You can lose weight. I mean, 90% of people lose weight, gain it back or more, but there are three legs to the stool, Terry. You have diet, you have exercise, everybody knows those two.
Right.
And there's a third, motivation, staying motivated, developing the kind of emotional, cognitive, relationship, social, all these other areas that everybody sort of misses.
Yeah.
That's really the most important leg of the stool. So we're delivering these by telephone, by internet, on a variety of platforms to support people on a daily basis, because life is daily. You have to deal with eating daily. You have to deal with your challenges daily. So that's what we found over these 15 years of developing the technology and the content, is you really have to deliver this support on a daily basis. Keep people accountable, keep them supported, keep it personalized, interactive, experiential, monitor them, give them feedback. It really has to happen on a consistent basis.
Yeah, and I love the way that you do that. What you're doing is you're taking the principles that you've learned as a psychologist and be able to blend those with the technology on something as simple as the telephone, the cell phone, etc. Tell me some of the nitty-gritty details, how that works. If I sign up for your program, what happens with the phone calls that I get from you? How are these put together?
Okay, well, you go to the website, and at the website you fill out a profile. The profile is based on a study with 100,000 people. 100,000. So we have questions that nobody ever asked you before that get right to the heart and soul, right to the roots, right to the issues about you personally and what it'll take to help you lose weight and keep it off. And then every single call, which is delivered at the time and the number that you decide, you fill all that out at the website. You will receive your call. The phone rings. It'll be just for you. We'll ask you some questions in the call, and based on the answers to your questions in the call and your profile, you will get a tailored, personalized, interactive, experiential tip that will help you immediately and long term. And that's the way the process goes, and every call builds and builds, and you get these calls, you get contacted 6 times a week.
Six times a week, okay.
Yes. And give you a day off, and then you typically will get on the program for 4 months at a time. So it's a real commitment to losing weight and keeping it off. It's basically 5 to 10 minutes a day, 100% for you, tailored to fit you, your needs, your issues, your skills, what you need to know, what you want to know more about. So you take this 5 to 10 minutes of Terry time, and you actually get a session that is tailored to fit you. It's pre-recorded. There's a library with thousands of calls, and based on your profile and your answers in each call, you get the one that fits you the best.
I see. So what you're doing is you work with people initially on the intake interview, find out the things that they're dealing with, their specific individual struggles.
Right.
Take that personalization and then couple it with the technology so that for the third week on Wednesday or so, you've programmed it that, well, Terry, you want to lose this, and that's going to be a whole lot better than those Snickers bars that you like or whatever.
Well, the actual strategies, the techniques you get will vary depending on your profile and your answers to each call. Right. And the more you're on the system, the better we get to know you. But the calls aren't informational. If you ever want to know how to lose weight, carbs, calories, fat content, ask an obese person. They know everything. So it's not a lack of information. People know what they need to know. It's the actual strategies, the skills, the self-reliance, the self-confidence, the self-acceptance, the self-respect, all those principles that really are the biggest predictors of people being able to lose weight and keep it off. We've done plenty of studies double-blind studies. We've analyzed this. We've had thousands of people, medical doctors, PhDs look at it. And I've been doing this actually for 30 years because I was trained by Milton Erickson. The whole approach by Dr. Milton Erickson is to personalize approaches to fit each individual. When I first studied with him, and I met him because of my own back pain, and he got into the field because of his own pain, I actually just wanted to learn how to help people help themselves. And he said to me, well, you need an MD or a PhD. So I got a PhD in psychology while I was studying with him for 4 years. And my interest was not in becoming a psychologist, psychiatrist, physician. My interest has always been in helping people help themselves, like I needed because of my own back pain. I gained 80 pounds. I went through what people have with pain. And that's really what I've always been interested in. So what we're delivering, instead of these long sessions, we're delivering in 5 to 10 minute chunks. Very personalized, very entertaining, very supportive, very positive, and that's where it actually comes from. Those are the roots.
That makes sense. I know you're helping people in that area and then also in many other areas too, and working with them. If someone wants to get in touch with you and they want to find out more about this, they say, hey, this sounds intriguing. We want to find out about this to really get results, not just have yet another diet, but something that gives them results. How do they get in touch with you? What's the best way?
Well, very simply, if you want to lose weight and keep it off, it's keepitofforlife.com.
Keepitofforlife.com.
Keepitofforlife.com. If you want to find out how to apply this to other areas of your life, which we've also had a lot of experience, done a lot of R&D, that is TrueSage, TRUSAGE.com. And that's where you go if you had other challenges that you wanted support with on a daily basis, and you're ready. You're really ready to go from where you've been, probably yo-yoing, going back and forth, to the next level, because what True Sage is it's helping people tap into their own inner True Sage, find their own answers, find their own resources with all these great approaches that we've collected in the library that we deliver to people on their phone.
Excellent. Well, Brian, you have helped a lot of people with that, and I love the idea of what you're doing. You take real time-honored, seasoned ideas that come from psychology, and you're putting them together with the right things on don't eat this food, exercise, those kind of things that are really good. So it's a great combination of what you're doing. Before I let you go, though, I've got to ask you, you worked with Dr. Milton Erickson, a great man. What was he like working with him?
Well, he was a phenomenal mentor because he really cared about each individual that he worked with. So he developed a compassion and empathy, and he worked on what was going on internally with the person's own world, their own universe. So I was able to be a patient because of my own back pain. I was able to be a student because I was getting a degree, wanting to help other people, and I also got to be a co-counselor where I actually worked with patients with him. Great gift. A great gift for being able to work with him. Yes.
Well, and you're continuing his work on now with this and the other things you do, and we encourage people that are dealing with this and other services you have, because you offer a lot more than just weight loss. That's one area that you address.
Right. I just want to mention to you, Terry, for your listeners, for your viewers, we have a free gift where they can have a free experience of going and actually experiencing what happens in these calls, so they can, in one call, actually get how powerful they can be from the strategy that we deliver. And also, if they want a copy of my book, Keep It Off, they can get that because of you for free also at the website.
So go to the website and they can get that report. Well, thank you. That's very gracious. So something they can actually use. So as you're watching this and you're thinking, gee, I want to accomplish these goals, maybe it's weight loss, maybe it's some other things you want to accomplish in your life, this is a site you want to visit. And here's a man you want to get to know. Brian, thank you very much for joining us today, and looking forward to seeing you again in the future.
Me too. Thank you, Terry.